This government shutdown, folks, is more to do. It's less to do. This is the whole smokescreen. Everybody going at each other about these EBT queens, and most of y'all set yourself up for this anyway. You know, you've been living on it all your life, making over $100,000 a year tax-free money, and which when they do bring the government back up, they getting ready to cut a lot of y'all off. Okay, that's also in the new bill. They're getting ready to cut wasteful, what they call wasteful spending. If this chick has got 7 kids and 7 men, and y'all seen these videos where they bragging about getting 10 grand a month, 5 grand in cash benefits, and you multiply that over 12 months, these people getting $120,000, $160,000 every year. And they don't need it, because if you needed it, you wouldn't be hungry every month and hollering about you ain't got no food, which is ridiculous. How are you getting $150,000 a year in benefits and stamps, and you talking about you ain't got no money the next month? That's a part of the spending bill too. They're getting ready to chop that down. You already see people getting kicked off of Section 8. Okay, so all of this stuff is about to get redone, big time. So this is going to hurt all of us, for the simple fact that airports are going to be shut down. People are already complaining that their flights are delayed. Anything governmental, you got government people now who's past their furlough. I seen a pastor on TV. He said his wife was working for the government, and now she ain't got no money. They have no check coming in. They can't buy food. So a lot of people are going to be affected by this, and if it don't get fixed, folks, which biblically, I'm sorry to say, it's not going to get better. All you gotta do is read that book, and it tells you these times are coming. And I can see civil war coming, because people are going to be outraged that the government cannot get their act together, because it's all about what they want. Okay? Military ain't got no money. Think about that. Military ain't got no money. So if you was an enemy of the United States, guess what? It'd be prime time for you to come over here. But then again, you don't want no smoke, because if we getting ready to take each other out, and if some country wanted to come here and try to take us over, they might get ran up out of here. There's a lot of hungry and mad people up over here. But this government shutdown, folks, is going to be the end all be all. Today's Tuesday. If they don't get this problem fixed by Friday, and states are already running out of money, food banks say they can't, it's not just going to be the EBT people, folks. 59% of the people on welfare are not American. If you do the research, they are not from this country. Y'all remember a couple years ago when Biden was giving them, and Gavin Newsom in California was giving them free houses out there. And look at California, 50 city blocks, Skid Row, homeless people out there. This country is cooked, okay? It is cooked. And I don't see anything getting better. Amazon, they just came out and said, we're going to be hiring 600,000 less people, because we're going to be using AI and robots. They say the healthcare premiums are about to be through the roof. And who going to be paying for all this? Everybody that's got a job. So if people like us that work, 60 hours a week is going to be the new 40 hours a week. And if you work 40 hours a week, that's going to be like working 20. Why? Because if they increase this bill with another $1 trillion to give illegals free health care and stamps as well, that's going to kill this economy, folks. On top of us giving money to other countries off the rip now. So the egos in Congress at Capitol Hill are going to destroy this country, folks. And everybody going to be at each other's throat. That's Revelation chapter 6. It ain't got here yet, but it's being cooked up and being prepared. The table is being set. And people can't see that. I just finished watching them jokers argue and point the finger at each other. It's the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Republicans' fault. No, why don't y'all just get past your egos and filling up your own people's pockets and think about the American people? But this is how you know the government has never been on humanity's side. This is not has supposed to been going on this long. For whatever agenda the Democrats have, they have an agenda against the Republic. Both sides got an agenda. But while they work these agendas out and they have these selfish moments in Congress, the American people are suffering. The people that used to be, the Bible says, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. The people who are put here to help are out of work and out of a monthly check and weekly check and can't put groceries on their own table. So it's about to get super tight for everybody, not just the welfare people. It's about to get tight. Gas is going to go up. Okay? Can you imagine paying $4, $5 for gas in a state where you was only paying $2 and $3? So if you in New York and California, you can expect your gas to start going up to be $8, $9. Who's going to transport the gas? So this ain't got this is people please understand. Get past the EBT queens. This is going to affect everything and everybody if this continues past this week. Food, transportation, the price of food gonna go up alone just because there's not gonna be enough people to transport the food. That's what folks ain't thinking about. That's what y'all need to be thinking about. Okay? So if you don't have an essential job, that could be an effect. So while we out here talking about these EBT people, hey, if you don't have a job that's essential, this is like 2020 all over again. You could be just like these government workers, okay, who are out of jobs and out of money. There ain't gonna be no planes flying, no trains going, transportation is about to get cut, import and export and goods and services coming into this country and going out is about to be affected. Okay, all because of these jokers can't get their egos out the way. Y'all better start praying, okay, that the Lord is watching over and he breaks the ego of these folks, because if not, it's gonna be hard times. Deuces.